Hey guys, what is up? How are you doing? Welcome back to New World. We're in Weaver's Fen today. We're going to be completing the Storm Source quest and going around in Weaver's Fen a little bit and just collecting some side quests, doing a couple side quests, and then by the end we'll be coming back and completing the Storm Source by going and returning the quest to Dr. Theo something. He's a very complicated name, but let's get into it. And don't forget, if you aren't already subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. And if you've learned anything and have enjoyed the video, make sure you leave it a like. So we're over at Leprous, and we're going to be fighting these things that seem to keep just spawning again and don't seem to die. So that's quite fun. Okay, so let's try and find a way around that we don't have to fight these guys because they don't die. So getting past them is quite difficult. But if you just run past them, it seems to work quite well. So we're going to try and sneak past them. I have had to run away from them a couple of times and run back because I had just a swarm of them following me. But obviously they didn't kill me, so that kind of made it better. Try and distract a few of them. Might do a couple of pot shots, but your best bet here is just to run straight for the kind of green fire wall in the building ahead. Fighting them means nothing, you're just taking damage for no reason. So best bet is just to run for the cave. Because when you're inside, they can't get through, so you are safe. I do have to say they have done an amazing job on the artwork, and it's just a visually really impressive game. So we got a fire staff as a reward, a note, and we got one more chest over here, and we'll pick up this kind of blue orb that they want us to get, which is why we're here. Got some boots. Okay. And then, as I said, we're going to head back to Dr. Theo, but do a little bit of a detour on the way, and we're going to go to a couple of side quests and just pick up some quests on the way. Just try and run past these guys again without them killing me. I think the poisoned effect does slow you down slightly, but if you've got a hatchet with the haste perk, stroke ability, you could just use that here and run past them even faster. I was just running at base movement speed past them and they didn't get me. I mean, I got like 500-600 health off me, but nothing too bad. Dr. Theo is obviously on the other side, straight across, but I don't fancy running across that river because I've tried to run through water in this game before and I've just drowned. So we're going to do the long way around and pick up some side quests on the way. We might not do the side quests right now, but we'll pick them up anyway. They've done just a really good job with Weaver's Fen. Looking at like First Light and Cutlass Keys, there's some really impressive structures there as well, but like the South Vega Bridge, I think, in Weaver's Fen is one of the most impressive because of like the sheer vastness of it. It's on par with the really big temple structure that is in First Light. I can't remember the name of it right now, but we have been there in a previous episode. If you remember what building that was, you could drop it in the comments. I can't bring it to mind right now, but we're just picking up some more quests here from Evelyn Van Heck. And we will run off again. So you've seen we've just gone above and then we're dropping down below. We're just kind of picking up all of the side quests along the South Vega Bridge. And while we're on the South Vega Bridge, we may as well do a couple of the South Vega Bridge quests, while leveling up and progressing the story. So we're nearly at the Storm Source, which is over there. We might stop to do a side quest on the way though, see how we feel. There are some of skeletal archers and clubmen up here that we can fight for one of our side quests. And it's kind of on the way to Dr. Theo, so we'll just take a little sidetrack, level up a little bit, get a bit stronger. Because I do know that when we get to a point in the story, it will be told to us that we need to be level 40 before we can continue. So leveling up when we can along the way between missions, doing the odd side quest wouldn't hurt anyone, and just helps you get through the story faster, because otherwise you will just have to like grind some levels before you'll be able to like progress. So there's, I don't know, another like 6 of these kind of skeletal beings we need to kill, and then we can move on. Might as well grab a couple of chests on the way as well. We need to pick up some items from the chest as well for a second side quest, which is why you should always grab all the quests you can at once, because you might end up doing a couple of them at the same time. And before anyone says anything, yes, I have realised that I am spec'd really badly for healing. It wasn't intentional, and I will be working on my build very, very soon, and I will be doing a heck of a lot more damage because it will be optimised. But currently I don't have optimised gear, and I'm not using an optimised point spec, or even maybe generic abilities that most healers would run. I've just kind of gone into it, done my own thing, and we're seeing how we go kind of thing. We were trying a little summon here with the sword and shield. Thought I'd have a bit of a go at this archer, but yeah, I like the effects that you can have when you put certain gemstones. I couldn't think of the word. But it's gemstones. When you put certain gemstones on weapons, it gives the weapon a kind of aura, which I kind of like, because that longsword that I have is a glacial longsword. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's a diamond that's on it that gives it the ice effect. But I really like the effects that they've added to the weapons, which you can add to weapons that have gemstone slots. It just adds something to the weapon that obviously then adds another damage type, and I don't know, it just makes it better in my opinion somehow. So here we are at Dr. Theo. It's easier than saying his whole name, so we'll just call him Dr. Theo. Gives us a weapon case and quite a lot of XP, decent bit of gold and some Azoth. Oh, he didn't like that. There we go. A really quick way to level up in this is by using rest XP, so don't play the game all the time and you'll have quite a bit of stored up XP like that. Anyway, with that, that is the Storm's Call completed, and we're going to leave it there for today, guys. If you have enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments, and I'd love to know what you think, and where you're at in the game, if you're enjoying it, if you're playing it, and if this series is being really useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you're new, and I will see you in a bit.